Hello, welcome to another episode of Gumzo Cybersecurity Podcast. Today we are very happy because not only are we talking theory or talking about principles of cybersecurity, but we are profiling a particular product in use case that is meant to be handled from a compliance point of view and from a cybersecurity point of view generally, right? So today we are going to speak about information lifecycle and principles of data privacy, just two principles of data privacy, and then we can segue to the tool or platform that can be locally hosted in your organization to help you in these concepts that we are talking about. Remember, every compliance aspect will either come from a law, an internal policy, or an industry standard. So let's look at our discussion today. Let's begin by understanding the information lifecycle management. How does information exist? In which form? How does it begin? How does it end? So information within any enterprise organization begins with being created or being collected. Then from there, it's distributed or used in any other way. After that, it is retained, and then finally, it is disposed. Let's look at a case in point. When you want to raise an interest, you need to rush somewhere for capacity building. What do? You draft a memo, and then you go and raise that interest in a system such as an ERP. There you will fill in a form, you will attach your memo for approval. So the point where you're drafting that memo, you're creating that data or information, that information. Then when you click send for approval, you are distributing that information. The recipients will use it, whether they will accept, reject, they will sign it. That is using that information. You have distributed it for usage, right? So that is stage two. After it has been fully approved, then what happens? It's still retained in your system. So the upload could have gone to the document management system. The other metadata might have gone to a database. So that is retention. So after some years, people will do a backup and delete all that archived information, right? Or probably now it's moved into a cold storage, right? So that is disposal. So information goes through what is called creation as stage two, stage one, stage two, it's distributed, stage three, it's retained, stage four, it's disposed. We are clear on information lifecycle management. Let's go now to the two critical concepts that we wanted to mention in regards to data privacy. So number one is data residency. Essentially, where does your data live? So it refers to the physical or geographical location where data is stored. Key points to note here is that it focuses on where data lives physically. This could be a data center, a server, a cloud region. Then organizations may choose specific regions for compliance, latency, or policy reasons. And finally, often this aspect of where data lives is controlled through cloud providers, cloud provider region selection. Let's go to the second principle, which is data sovereignty. Data sovereignty refers to the principle that data is subject to the laws and governance of a country where it is stored. The key points here is it is concerned with the legal jurisdiction over that particular data. Then if data is stored in a country, it must comply with the country's regulations, e.g. the Data Protection Act of 2019 in Kenya. In European region, you have the GDPR, or the General Data Protection Regulation. Then eventually, with sovereignty, data sovereignty, governments may have legal authority to access or regulate that data. So as a quick example, let's say you are a startup and you are a Kenyan startup in healthcare, and you store your data in servers in Ireland on a cloud platform, then it is safe to say, with regards to our principles, that in regards to data residency, that Ireland is where the servers are, and therefore that is where your data is resident or domiciled, right? Data residency. Then data sovereignty. The Irish laws and those of the European Union, say the General Data Protection Regulation, apply. It is as simple as that. Then the question comes, when you have that bulky PDF and you want to raise a document in your ERP, and you want to make a particular return in a form, and it violates the size limitation of that platform, what do you do? Do you go to our favorite service, free service online, I love PDF, and you upload it there, then download the reduced version of it, and voila, you're done with your task? I have to tell you that is very dangerous. You could be violating our local data privacy laws. Remember, there are other principles that I haven't mentioned, though we will mention them, that you could be violating. Data localization could be one, and data minimization could be another. Once you take that piece of data and you upload it in a remote service, just because it's free, you will able to compress, you're able to merge, to rearrange your documents, to number them, to number a PDF, to edit it, to password protect it. There's a lot of violations that you could be exposing yourself and your organization to. So we want to look at a product that can help you solve all these privacy issues that you may be glossing over, you may be ignoring and saying, I love PDF. That is where I'm going to be processing my data as I'm creating it. So in the life cycle of processing information, we would want to ensure that as much as possible, you are not violating local laws where you are resided. Remember, there are laws against transfer of data. There are laws that have requirements on processing of that data, especially regarding citizens. And there are other issues we could speak. Forget about even localization. Let's even talk about data classification. What kind of data can you take into I Love PDF, a remote free uh, service that helps you manage your PDFs? There's a lot. And therefore, a case is made for an on-premise application that can help you do that. And that is what we are going to look at in the coming video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it's something you can embrace. Welcome. When you're processing your PDFs, you want to merge them, you want to add a signature impression, you want to split a page, you want to rearrange them, you want to minimize the size. How do you do it really? So I've seen most people will run to free online services, and in the process, without knowing, out of ignorance, they violate a lot of privacy laws, you know. Like here we have the Data Protection Act of 2019. It gives a lot of provision about how you take data outside the country, about how data should be localized. So today, this is a use case of a tool that has so many utilities that can be used on premise. It is self-hostable, it is free, and it's open source. You can interrogate that code, and it's 100% server side logic. There's no it is 100% client side logic. There's no server side logic that is synchronizing with the remote servers. So without further ado, let me introduce you to some of the features here. So here we have about 17 modules from editing, For editing, you can merge PDFs, you can split them, rotate, rearrange page numbers, watermark, signatures. Then for optimizing, you can repair PDF, you can grayscale it from color to black and white. You can compress PDFs. So most of us will compress to meet some thresholds that are set on online forms. So for secure, you can add a password, you can unlock a PDF, you can delete the metadata, and then you can, we have the convert category of utilities: PDF to an image to a PDF, extracting images, PDF to text. So let's look at some of the functionalities. I'll begin with optimizing. I don't know why I like optimizing anything. So we'll go to compress PDF. We'll select a PDF. So in my documents, I have one. This is 185 KB. Standard recommended. Standard, we'll go with this. Uh, Balanced optimization for everyday sharing and email attachments, correct. The perfect middle ground for most users. Expected reduction is 40 to 60%. Let's hit compress. Reduced by negative 49. What do you mean by that? Let's see. Downloads compressed. They have appended that. We will have a look at it. I want us to go to downloads and have a look at it. So here the compressed one is 276. That is interesting because in my documents this was 185. So let's give it another try because we're here to test software, optimize, compress. Let me add a PDF here. I'll still go with my PDF multi-factor authentication. This is 185. High quality, 10 to 30% reduction, compress, reduced by 34%. Now this one is working correctly. So from 185, we want to see where we are. So let me save that. Just close all the tabs and go to the folder. So from 187 now we have 122. So the first option for the initial option of compression is working correctly. So that is one feedback I would give these individuals. So when you're compressing the high quality one, 100% clarity, this behaves well. But I haven't tested with PDFs that I have converted from, let's say, from Word. Probably my PDF could have an issue. But what I've noticed is that the high quality one is working, but the standard and the smallest, sometimes you have a glitch there. Now that we are done with optimizing, let's go to edit. So for edit, I want to, what do I do? A signature, a watermark, a merge. Let me do a split. So I want to split a PDF again, documents, this multi-factor authentication. So you can see here, it has already selected each page. So I want to do separate files. That is the essence of splitting. The range is proper. Extract the pages. Now, I will download. I'll scroll down and download. So let's see the split. All right. So here's the split. Let me extract all. So you can see from that one PDF, we have 4 PDFs, right? Each page, it is its own file. That is the essence. So let's go to the next category. Want to do, so we have done editing, we've done optimize. I want to do secure. So for secure, let me see. Let's do metadata first. I'll still go back to my PDF to where is it, documents, factor PDF. So you can see here it has a name, it has the title, the producer, it has a producer, it has a creator. So what do we want to do? Deep clean, we want to delete everything, then download this, and then metadata. We'll save it. Then metadata is the data that describes that file. So I'll close this and then I'll select again. and then I'll go to downloads to see whether there's any metadata left. Metadata, this is the file that we cleaned. So you can see the author is gone, the keywords, the creator, uh, the title is gone. So it's only the producer, right? So that is the essence of removing the metadata when you're sending a file. So there could be some incriminating, personally identifiable data in it, and you need to scrap it before you share that file. So let's try to protect, add a password. So I'll just go to one of our PDFs here, and I will add a password. I'll repeat the same. So if you install this tool, you'll tell me whether if you do a mismatch of these passwords, it will still work. That is the essence of testing. So I'll encrypt my password, then I'll download protected. So let me try to open this protected PDF. Here, I'll type my password. Voila, right? Great. So we have done protecting PDF. So I want us to go back. I want to use this menu here, these tabs here, so that we are clear on where we are. I want to convert now. Now, there are instances where you'd want to send a PDF to someone who does not have a PDF reader and you want to send it as an image. How do you do it? You come here, convert PDF to an image. So I'll select, let's say page 1, and I will convert it. I'll select it and I'll say I want a PNG. PNG, I'll convert the image and I'll download it. All right. So where is it? Split 1 to images. It's in a zip file. Let me extract it. Where is it? At the top. So you can see it's a PNG file here. You can double click it. Sort of opens in Paint, right? I'll cancel that. So we have seen the conversions. So what else do I want to share? Optical character recognition. Now, that is very interesting. So you need a PDF to text, right? So let me first convert that PDF that we have. You remember we've done PDF to image. So we have a PNG. I want to convert that image to a PDF and then we can do a PDF to text because that's a much complex use case. So downloads, split image. So it was in split one image. Yeah, the PNG. Generate PDF. You see now here we're generating a PDF from an image. So let's download it. Yes, image to PDF. That's a good naming convention. Here it is. So this is a PDF that has been derived from an image. So you can see it's clear. What I want to do is to recognize, to extract this text. So this text is what I want to extract. You can see, yeah. So Adobe also are telling me to recognize, but this is paid for. If I try to click these, let's see what happens. It's a free trial. You can see free trial. So I'll enjoy premium tools on any device. Cancel before free trial ends, and you won't be charged. So you can see it's something, and even on the free sites that you like to go to, like I love PDF. It's also a paid service, optical character recognition. So let's try and do it here. Convert and PDF to text, extract plain text from your PDF documents. So without further ado, I'll select a PDF. Downloads, where is it? Images to PDF, yeah, that was the complex one. So here you have fast scan. You can try this, but most of the time it might not work on complex documents. If it was a PDF, a PDF from a Word, and not a PDF derived from an image, it will work better. But now, since it's a complex file, it has been derived from an image, from a PNG, let's do deep optical character recognition. So it gives you a caveat here, a warning that deep OCR is CPU intensive and may take a few minutes. I mean, they are just exaggerating, but I don't know whether it's because I have a capable machine. I'll select it and extract. You can see. So you can copy this text here And what I want to do is, let me do Notepad Plus here. Let me just do that for clarity. And then I'll open that page. Which page was it? Page one. It was this PDF, image to PDF. I'll open that side by side. Let me try to close these tools. So you can see page one, multi-factor authentication MFA. You can see the text has been well captured and extracted and recognized. Then you go to the intro, the same. So that is what we mean by optical character recognition, that you have text in another form. It could be a PDF and you want to extract it, right? That is what we have done without uploading our documents externally. This is locally. So reinforcing again the point that we put across of data sovereignty, data residency, you need to be very keen in privacy compliance so that you're not violating those privacy laws for the sake of convenience. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope we have added value by sharing with you a free and open source tool that you can implement in your organization. Should you need us to help you implement this, we are ready to assist you in implementing this solution at a small fee. So thank you for watching. We appreciate you for being patrons on Gumzo Open Source Podcast and Gumzo Cybersecurity Podcast. Thank you for your time. Keep safe, keep private. Till next time, cheers.